Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cerulean Roll. I am your not DM. I am your very begrudging and sad old man right now. And I'm joined by my one lovely co-host, if you would like to say hi.
Hello everyone. I'm Jamsy and I'm not playing anyone today.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about how utterly sad this is. I'm so sad. But if you listened to episode 33 when it came out on Spotify or Apple Music, you would have probably noticed that there is absolutely nothing there besides 2 seconds of water noise.
Yeah.
And I am punching the air because that episode was so good. And now we can only talk about it in past tense.
Very sorry. We will try to make sure it doesn't happen again.
If it happens again, I'm killing someone.
Oh my god.
But the recording exported weird, and then it was a little too late for me to notice because I already deleted the files off my computer because I am working with like 2 gigabytes of storage. 15 right now, but it was 2.
He's fighting for his life right now.
God, I need an SSD.
Ew.
Oh, God.
Ew.
Lord.
Oh.
Give me. Oh, give me.
We're supposed to talk about the episode. What are we doing?
I want to sit here and make Bowser noises all the time.
Oh.
Oh.
No one's gonna know the context for calling it the Bowser noise.
Oh, good. They'll know it as the. Oh wait, no, they won't. No, they will eventually.
What?
I make the. I forgot. I make that noise later on in the episode.
Oh right. Yeah. It's. Yeah. Just know it is that and nothing else.
Just when that happens later in the future, just keep a mental image of Bowser from Super Mario Bros. In your head when I go.
Oh.
It's not that much. It's not that much later. It's like the next episode.
Is it? No. Well, wait.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Wow. Well, you're supposed to keep up the suspense.
Oh, sorry guys. I ruined the. Oh.
You ruined my epic noise.
Sorry guys. I
Sorry,
made a
guys.
severe lapse in my judgment.
Come on, YouTube apology, right? We should talk about the episode.
Yeah. I didn't want to record this. Okay, for real. Yes.
But episode 33, the lost episode, which is what it's probably going to be called now.
The lost episode, like a creepypasta.
Or like a imagine if, you know what? I got to stop that.
What?
I was gonna say, like, imagine, like, if there was a pirate crew that just hit a bunch of VHSs around the world.
Oh my god. Wait, that's kind of awesome, actually.
Find me tapes. Find me tapes.
Bootleg Goldie Roger. Find me tapes.
Find me tapes for the most epic tale in existence. The one video.
What video?
The one tapes are real.
Oh my god.
Can we get much higher? Oh, right, the episode. Right.
Oh, please.
They're getting a real good look at me as a person right now.
This is literally just what happens when we're not recording.
Anytime that recording stops, this is what happens.
Yeah, episode 33.
Yeah, episode 33. To be honest, okay, before anything, I really wanted to make an obscure bit where we would just keep going. Yeah, the episode 33, but it fell flat. But yeah, episode 33.
Yeah, episode 33, guys.
Okay, actually though, episode 33 was a fucking roller coaster, and I'm so upset that no one will hear it. And one of the main reasons that's like agonizingly in my head is because of one of May's greatest moments and quotes so far.
Oh, is it the rat one?
It's Ratto mode.
Yeah, he actually said that.
You know, in hindsight, that might be better off lost.
Maybe that doesn't need to be canon.
May didn't canonically go, it's Ratto mode, please.
I mean, he already canonically swore, so I don't know.
That's a step in his journey, and he's upset about it.
Callius is a bad influence.
Not that bad.
Eh,
What do you mean,
pretty bad. Pretty
We don't
bad.
talk about the recent. We don't talk about it.
I wasn't gonna talk about it.
You better not.
Crossover episode.
Crossover
Anyway,
episode.
yes.
Yes, episode 33. It's a funny bit. Okay. But yes, our party tried to infiltrate Meigs, as we stated at the end of episode 32. They waited for the bell. They began to enact the plan, and it was going so well, and it was a well-constructed plan. Adric bought invisibility potions, right? Or not invisibility
Oh,
potions.
the dust.
The dust, invisibility dust. And the plan was he cast invisibility on himself, which many of you probably don't know he can do. But he was going to carry that dust into the hostages' room and sprinkle it on them. And that plan, honestly, in the moment, I was like, I didn't
It was a
realize.
really good plan.
Exactly. But in the end, it was more on the rolls that happened that really tanked
Absolutely.
the entire
It
situation.
really could have worked, but it didn't.
The dice gods really spoke, and they said no as loud as they could.
Absolutely. Because when we went into Meigs, we left Eldor's to get some rest. So
Which was honestly very fair. Eldorus looked, and I don't think you guys got this description, like the listeners got this description, but he is like desaturated, and like his like skin is tight on the bone. He looks absolutely tired, dog tired.
yeah, it's very reasonable, but it's hard without him, as we've learned.
Yeah. As per usual, you know, as in D&D fashion and most DMs would do, the combat is built for all the characters to be there, for everyone to be held accountable. And even if Eldorus was dog tired, he probably would have helped. But we decided against that and continued on into Meigs.
Yeah, we ended up defeating everyone that was on the first floor, but there were pirates below, and that was not as fortunate of a battle.
Oh yeah, I could describe the scene for the listeners right now.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I believe it was 6 entire zombies on the first floor, accompanied by a weaker wizard type character. And then it was on the second floor, I believe there was just there were 3 heavier, stronger pirates, the type that carry barrels and crates around with absolute ease. There was the first mate of this specific Blackheart fleet, and there was a couple of other littler wizards that were down there. And in the end, since Adric was separated from everyone else, he successfully sneaked in, which was marvelous. However, being separated and then combat starting is definitely to a detriment. And
Yes.
it was fair to say that the pirates who were keeping an eye on the hostage, like actively, would notice them disappear in a ball of dust. So in the end, it ended up being like a slog where the first group, May, Callius, Nanette, were doing really good in combat, taking care of stuff. I believe May was getting dogged on fully by the
He
zombies.
was. And they kept chasing him even after he was trying to get away.
Yeah, I play those zombies with the bare minimum intelligence, so it was just kind of get this guy down in their brain. But even after the first floor was clear, Adric was like getting beaten down as well. He held his own pretty good, but it was just too many against him, and
Yeah.
he got knocked down, and then he got held hostage with the hostages.
Oh, yeah. Well, not for very long, but
Yeah, Nanette swiftly came down the stairs and eagerly helped out Adric. But it ended up being just an overwhelming situation where as soon as Adric got up, he ran out.
yeah, and Meeg, he ended up coming down to where we were
Yes.
because he heard his son, who was one of the hostages.
Yes, he heard his son cry. He came down to help out, carrying his hammer in hand. And he was obviously injured. I believe I've described him before this encounter.
Severely injured.
Severely injured. There was a puddle of blood on his working station. And he ended up getting decapitated during the combat. Right as our party made it a point to run.
Yeah, and just to prove a point, I guess, the pirates, as Nanette was leaving, because she was the last one to leave, they ended up throwing Meeg's head right next to her as she was running out.
God, I'm a cruel DM, but yes.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Yes. Help.
Glad you've noticed.
But yes, Meeg's head hit the floor. Nanette let out a powerful scream that I'm sad no one will ever hear, because in the moment it was like such a fierce cry of like disdain and anger, and it was just such a raw moment of a character. Oh my god, no one will ever know the gravity of that. That gave me shivers.
Man.
And you know, that combat I feel like had so much potential to go right, but with one party member down, especially one of the strongest ones of the party, it was just an endeavor that fell to the ground.
Yeah. And with Adric making saving throws for so long, that was so scary.
Absolutely. It was just a fearsome situation all around. like, it's times like that as a DM where I'm just like, oh god, I wish the thing is, as a DM, I do the little wink wink nudge nudge, please don't do this. But it's not something I can always do, because if I always do it, it's gonna leave an impression. Like that I will always be like, maybe you should avoid that. Maybe don't charge into that place. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because like if you guys walked into a tomb and then you weren't suspecting anything, and then I was just like, hey, do you maybe want to like go back to town, get prepared? Then you would kind of be like, oh, there's traps in there. There are like traps.
Yeah.
It's not something I can do. Also, you guys knew fully well the danger that was down there. I believe I fully like went through that situation with you guys before you went down.
Yeah, it's just being on a time constraint is stressful. And I also don't want Eldorus to overwork himself. But
absolutely not.
You know, it is what it is.
Oh, I think you could describe your time constraint, because I believe that the listeners might not fully realize what's happening. I'm sure
right.
It's pretty obvious, but just in case.
Yeah, so basically, if you remember the letter that Nanette's mother sent to her, she said that from that point, in 3 months' time, the whole battle with the Sun Eater would be happening, and also a new chief was going to be put in place, right?
I believe it was more so the chief situation that was the problem, less the Sun Eater.
Okay, yes, someone else was going to be put in the position of chief. And so...
Oh, I was just gonna say, which could be a very bad situation for Nanette's family.
Yeah. So they definitely want her to be there, and she also wants to be there. So yeah, the time is passing in Shadowfell.
It is ticking away, and
he is making sure I know. He is making sure I'm aware of every passing day.
Every time the end of a session ticks down, and like they take a long rest, and the days start passing, I just like I go into the Discord that we have, and I just go, update, done, and then post this really ominous screenshot of like a chart.
Countdown period.
Full stop period. Yeah. But yeah, that is just like something that I'm making a point to keep myself to, because like you know, there's always a thing in like a DM's head where it's like, oh, this is gonna be like a video game. They'll have time. They can do whatever they want. No.
My life is not like a video game.
And you're certainly trying to beat the next stage.
I am.
Oh god, I miss Happy Eldorus. Oh shit, I don't think they know about that. I'm gonna bleep that out.
I mean, we could kind of, yeah, it's that, yeah, fair.
Yeah, though it's happening soon, we'll have that ominous presence there in this recording. Something's happening.
Ooh, what is it? Ooh.
It's gonna make you sad.
As we usually do.
I always market my campaigns as something filled with whimsy and wonder and fun, and then it's just fucking dread.
So much sadness and despair.
To be fair, I do the storytelling, you know, the dilly dilly heroes agony to heroes joy. Dilly dilly dilly. You'll be happy eventually.
Eventually. Not now.
I mean, okay, I tried to give a place to be happy, but it ended up being horrifically sad.
Because of everything that happens around us.
Yup.
Eldorus's emotions are so strong.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very strong emoter.
He's a strong emoter.
Yeah, he's like Fortnite Battle Pass. God damn it. God damn it.
No!
Why would it say that?
Why did it talk about Fortnite? No!
God. People are gonna know I do the gritty on my battle pass.
Shut up.
But back to, so episode 33, right?
Yeah, so it ended off with the party running and trying to devise another plan to go about this, and yeah.
Yeah, it ended up with them just, it was very sad to play, but it was very downtrodden, as you might suspect of a situation, especially because not a single one of the hostages was saved.
Yeah.
But our heroes do end up, you know, proceeding to immediately plot what to do in terms of, you know, surviving and getting revenge. But that's for another episode.
Yes.
Otherwise, how were your feelings during episode 33? Like, do you want to reveal what you revealed to me after that episode?
What did I say?
How you were really in Nanette's head after that episode?
Oh my god, I forgot that happened. Okay. So this is so embarrassing to admit. But was it the night that session happened?
It was the night. You told me about it the morning after, so yeah, it was the night.
Okay. After that session happened, I don't know what happened. I was trying to sleep, and I just thought back to the session, and I was so in the mindset of Nanette. I started crying because of how evil these people are.
They're fucking awful people, and I definitely made a point of it last session that these were just awful people.
With Mig getting decapitated in front of his own child, and that whole situation, it really got to me.
I don't
Unlike
think we directly
anything has
mentioned
ever
that.
gotten to me before.
Oh yeah. It really, like, I fully understand why you cried after that, because it was grim. And the way I described it, it was definitely not filled with smiles or like joy.
No.
It was very, very like cold. I made myself sound cold and monotoned as I was saying it, just to really dig it in deep. And then, like, I don't think it's embarrassing that, like, that happened or that you cried after that. Because, like, we've shown that this game gets emotional. It gets really emotional to all of us.
Yeah, I mean, the listener, they've already heard us cry before. I mean, I don't know. It's just... It's warranted, but, like... I don't know, it feels a little dramatic to be like, oh, I cried at 4 a.m. about evil pirates.
I don't know. The second that Kishi died, that whole like week I was just depressed. I
Yeah,
cried during the night. I was like, ugh. It was a
we were
mess.
messed up. That was the first time I've ever cried about D&D. We've played D&D multiple times before Cerulean Roll, but that was the first time I've ever cried.
Yeah, Cerulean Roll it's our longest campaign now. But before that, we had another one called Godhearted. We were acting like it was a podcast before it was a podcast.
Oh yeah, the performance was... We were performing.
We were giving our hearts to absolutely no one but each other.
But it's so fun though.
It's the only way I like playing D&D. It's just you gotta give it your heart with the performances.
Yeah.
But this, I think we talked about it during Godhearted that like I was making like the evil DM jokes of like, wow, one day I'll get you to cry like Wario and shit.
Yeah.
But then it actually happened, and then it was like filled with reality.
Everyone was like filled with dread. Like it wasn't even like a haha, I finally got you. It was like a oh no.
It's so real because Kishi genuinely like came off as one of my favorite characters that I've ever played. Like it's weird to say that because he's just like this grouchy old man who it wasn't even like a character. Well, he was a character. He wasn't like a PC. He wasn't like fighting and shit. But he was just so fun and whimsical, and like when it all came crashing down, it was like time froze.
Yeah. He just really, weirdly enough, he just really fit in with the crew.
Absolutely.
Just the grouchy old man, and we were so close to seeing even more development from him.
Oh my god, I know I have never talked about this, but Kishi was gonna have an arc. He had an arc in my head where he was going to slowly, like gradually move from this old man who is like a normal old guy into this like chivalrous, still funny, still like funny grouchy, but he was going to have a redemption arc based on what he told the party of before. He was gonna get back in that fighter mode. He was gonna get back into adventuring. He was gonna become the man he once was. And I was so excited for that. Like really excited for that. But, you know, the dice happened. Characters were positioned where they were positioned, and Vermont is the type of character who would do that for dramatics. He was a playwright. He only cared about dramatics.
So glad he's dead.
Oh my
I'm so glad. But that situation with Kishi is what made Adric being down for so long so scary. Adric was down for a good few rounds. I think he did 3+ death saving throws.
Yeah. And for context, because, you know, long-term D&D players who have listened to this podcast, and you probably go every second go, that's not the rules to me. Shut up. I do my own thing. But anyway, for you long-term D&D fans, you might be like, oh, but characters die all the time. No, not in my campaigns, not typically. I'm a big softie. I love my friends. I love making my friends happy. I do love my spice and my edge, but I've chickened out of killing characters, quite a while, like a lot. So it's not happened. It's happened, but it hasn't. It's always been something backtracked on.
We've gotten close, but not quite.
Yes. And I have had situations where I go, this is the end of it. This is like the end of me being soft. But I think the actual end of me being like soft on moments like that was when Kishi died. Because that's how the game is played. This is real. This is real for these characters. I don't want to be like, and God shines his rays of glory onto you, and you come back to life. It needs to be a little bit more. To be honest, the times where I did chicken out, I at least made it hard. Or I made it a sacrifice. But it's not something I want to do anymore. And it's definitely something I won't do for Cerulean Roll, as you have noticed.
That's what keeps the stakes high, you know?
Yeah, if a character dies, that's it. I had a rule about revival spells and them being like, Revivify mainly I didn't want to use too much. We don't have a paladin anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I believe druids can maybe learn Revivify. I don't know. But either way, it's... I think I needed to force myself into letting a character be put in a grave. To really, like, feel that. And, you know, I feel like the story does feel a whole lot more tense because of it. Because of that decision.
Yeah, and it definitely helped me as a player learn that not everything is just gonna work out.
Absolutely. And that's something I do want to just be there. Because I feel like old me as a DM would have absolutely lowered the difficulty of that encounter for you guys. Just like, been like, oh, I shouldn't walk into there. Let me just let me remove this zombie and this zombie. No, I can't do that. Because players need to learn for themselves. And DMs also need to learn for yourselves. So I learned. And subsequently, my players have learned. If things happen, things happen.
Yeah. No more fooling around.
Yes, and that's why I think Shadowfill is like the tensest we've ever played D&D, even though I make it fun every now and then because it has to be. It's a game. And the creatures go, ah!
Little fungus creatures.
Little fungus creatures. Like, they are so funny. I could not get them out of my skull. But there's so much to learn in D&D, and it's fair to say that we're all pretty relatively new at it, and we just loved the game so much that we plunged into a podcast.
We're still trying to learn as we go along.
Yeah.
Like, even now, there's still times where we're like, hey, did you guys know that this was a rule?
Yeah, did you know you can't heal undead people? With healing spells?
Yeah, oh my god, wait. You guys are gonna hear me figure that out in a later episode that's coming up, but...
In real time.
In real time! I will say that is kind of on me for not looking into the spell that much, but oh my god, still...
I had a feeling in my heart of hearts that that's how it was, because, like, the healing spells are, like, radiant. They're from the divine, typically.
Yeah.
So having them just heal a person that's not too alive In traditional fantasy media, that's how it is. Where, like, if you heal... I don't know where I got this perception from. I think it's from, like, Dragon Quest, even though I've never played the game.
What?
Yeah, I think I watched the anime or something, and I just, like, understood. But, like, healing spells hurt the undead. That's what I've always gone with. But I was like, D&D must be different. I never, like, looked at this spell.
No, it's not. I mean, I don't think it hurts undead, but it doesn't heal them, that's for sure.
It doesn't heal them, that's for sure, yeah.
And we know that now, so...
Listen, we just have to retcon everything that happened before. Oh, actually, since we're talking about mechanics, I do want to talk about this for the listeners. You might have noticed Eldorus's fluctuation in damage. Him doing upwards of 20 damage. And downwards of, like, I don't know, the more normal numbers for, like, level 6. But Eldorus is a revenant. I found a homebrew thing for the revenants because I was a little too lazy to make everything. Eldorus ended up having a trait called it's like something to do with hatred. Of course it is. It's Eldorus. And that trait typically lets
Hater
you
for life.
either hate her forever for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But typically what that person who made this revenant thing I'm using stated is that it could either add 5 to damage or add 5 to your health every turn. And I was like, oh, well, they're fighting, like, stronger enemies. Maybe I could just let Eldorus slide with this. And then I quickly realized that it was so fucking broken. So quickly plucked that away from him. And if you noticed a sudden shift in his power, eventually, it's because I have nerfed him. Please forgive me.
He nerfed our boy.
I nerfed him because he was already a little too cracked out. Speaking of cracked out, Nanette, with the 10 to hit, has never ceased to impress me.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to miss now.
Hard? More like impossible at this point.
Not impossible. I have missed... What?
On accident. On me making an accident, you've missed.
Yeah, I remembered that, and then I was like, wait, that was an accident, and then I'm trying to...
Nope. There's no situation. Alright. Slams big bad evil guy on table AC
No.
25.
No! Not yet.
But you the listeners might have noticed that we do a lot of things differently from, like, a traditional table, where normally when you acquire feats, they are something to choose from between your skills and your levels. I decided that was stupid. But it's probably done for greater intention. But I thought it was dumb stupid. So I made it something that you could train. Am I gonna regret that later? Maybe. But it is something that I wanted to do because I feel like it's fair. You guys are on the road, you travel, you get better.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it should be restricted to, like, your level ups. Plus, there's not many things you can train. Unless, I don't know, you make a small Eldritch Pact or something.
Me?
And not you, but I mean, hey, if you want it.
No. I'm good.
On the next episode of Cerulean Road, Nanette shakes hands with the devil from the Bible.
Yeah, the little what are they called?
Oh my god, I don't even know.
The little centipede guys.
Centipede guys.
Yeah, I shake hands with him.
God, there are so many things where I just make like shit up. As like, I wish I looked at the books more as like a DM. I cannot. I just use my little noggin and cook stuff up. Oh, I just rolled a natural 20. Let's go.
What are you rolling for?
Being epic, huh?
Dude, let me roll. Hold on.
Yeah, roll for epicness.
Oh, dude, I got a 17, dude.
Whoa, we're so epic. We're like
We're so epic.
We're so epic, but I'm like divine epic.
Oh, man, I wish I could be as epic as you.
I got maybe roll a natural 20 next time, bro.
Okay. What were we talking about?
What? Huh? Hey, we got so sidetracked.
Shaking hands with the devil from the Bible and
Oh, me creating shit off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah. And that's all I know about D&D, to be honest.
True. Like, I don't do much of the... I'm sure you have noticed if you listen to the podcast. I don't do any of that D&D lore. I don't respect what was his name? Palor? Fuck if I know. I don't respect that god. Hold up. Let me look at his name. Palor god Palor.
Palor? I don't even know who that is.
Oh, Pelor. It's the god of the sun. In agriculture. I only know him from NADPOD.
Yeah, all of our worlds and everything to like gods and everything is all homebrewed pretty much.
Yeah, I've never really had much interest in pre-written lore. I think it's just much more fascinating to make my own.
And he's crazy.
I love being insane. Like
he's come up with too many campaign ideas. We can't even play them yet.
I know, we have like 20 to go from. We're doing a home game right now with a bunch more people, and in that I have planned 3 seasons ahead for them. And we haven't even started the first.
Yeah.
But the thing is, my plans could always go kaput. Because that's the nature of D&D. With those types of things. So it's just improv. What happens, happens. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, don't ever worry that we're gonna run out of campaign ideas, because I assure you, we're gonna be going.
Yeah, we got the one about cowboys. We got the one about eldritch beings. We got one.
Shh, spoilers, dude.
Spoilers, honk. Yeah, there is so much that we have behind the scenes that we have been planning, and trust me, all of these characters are planned out in excruciating detail already. But they will show up eventually. I can't wait for you to meet some of the ones we have planned, because you know Eldoris, they're around the same. Traumatized and over the top.
Yeah, you may notice a trend.
Yes. There's a very strong trend with my DMPCs, where they are worse for wear mentally, and absolute fucking nut jobs.
Yeah.
At least I didn't play a paladin this time. Still patting myself on the back.
Yeah, that's for next time.
You're right. Like the 3 campaigns where I plan to play Paladin because I love them so much. No, right now my roster for character classes and what we've talked about is after this one, I'm going to be playing the Paladin.
Oh, Paladin. Immediately.
Paladin. And then the one after that, I'm going to be playing a clinically insane wizard. So, we're brewing. We're brewing. Never have to worry about us brewing.
Oh, and also, I should mention Sands of Solstice. That's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured that we should take Sands of Solstice into like a home game type thing. Because my players are in desperate need to giggle. And I have deprived them of giggling. And I will continue to suffocate the giggling out of them with a pillow. So,
Okay.
Sands of Solstice is gonna be
That's a way to put it.
Sands of Solstice is gonna be a home game where I don't stress them out as much, unless we make it a series and record it. I don't know. We could. It would just be a lot more jovial. You would see a lot more of what you're hearing now. In
Yeah.
that. Finally, I can eat on the podcast. I'm so hungry. I'm a fabulous British boy. I'm so hungry. I'm absolutely starving. Please.
Please, let me eat.
My,
Please, Dungeon Master. Please, let me
my
eat.
skin is paper white and frail.
Hey.
I'm sorry I can see your sketch lines, bro. But I hope everyone is immensely excited for what we have planned in the future. And trust me, it's gonna be hopefully interesting the whole time. I think it's gonna be interesting the whole time. But it's up to you guys.
Everything so far is already interesting, so.
And I haven't been fucking saying it recently, but you better go to your friend groups and you better share this campaign with them.
Oh my
you
god.
Better make it. You better look at their phones.
I thought you were talking to
grab
me
their-
for a second. I was like, oh, what am I doing?
James, you better go to your friends, pull out their phones, make them follow Cerulean rule.
Yeah, we would really appreciate if you guys shared it around, I guess. I mean, I don't know, like maybe recommend it to someone if they're like,
I will
hey,
kill you if
I
you
want to
don't.
hey, I want to listen to a new D&D podcast. Is there a cool one? And they're like, yes, here's a Dungeon Dreamer, Cerulean roll. Don't mind the audio quality for like the first 16 episodes. It's okay.
It is like the first 8 episodes. The first 8 episodes. I know it's the first 8 episodes.
8 episodes. Okay, sorry, my bad.
Actually, wait, is it? Okay, no, there's a temporary, like, it's like a gradual lift up for Crow's microphone, where we just, like, it's like, okay, imagine, like, Crow's microphone's on a rope, and we're just, like, slowly pulling it upwards. And so, like, it goes from, like, to, like, to, woo!
Yeah.
Dungeon Master, guys. Right here, me, DM.
If you're ever looking for the next critical role. No, I don't think we're even close to that level of anything.
If you're in for the next critical role, well, you just hit a critical success. You found... You rolled a natural 20 on your investigation check, and you found Cerulean roll.
I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna clip that and post that on our social media.
Put some like guitar music behind it.
Eagles, explosions.
Yeah,
fucking-
exactly.
America!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah,
Root
brother.
beer. Root beer, brother! Yeah!
Root beer. Yeah.
Yeah! I'm a rebel.
What? I'm a bird.
You know, I want to mention this actually. This popped into my head. I have realized something I have done throughout Cerulean Roll that is a little like, I don't know. Honestly, I think Eldorus's voice has gotten more sophisticated and more like defined throughout the campaign. But I feel like when I do like a rogue pirate, they end up being a little too Eldorus for my liking.
Yeah.
But like when I think of stereotype pirate, I think of Eldorus.
He's the blueprint.
Like, yo ho, fiddly dee. I want to be a pirate and, he can't,
You got it?
no.
Oh.
I can walk on water, I can fly.
Yeah, there
Early
we
bit.
go.
Early bit.
Early bit.
God, remember Goalless?
Yeah. Times were so much simpler. I miss Red Folk.
Go into cave, help Turtle Man.
I miss him every day.
The listeners don't know how obsessed with Regvolk you are.
Listen, guys. I'm a little delusional.
He'll show up one day if nothing bad happens to him.
Stop.
I don't know.
The
I'll
Caesar
get-
stained red.
I'll get you.
No, I'm kidding. You don't know nothing.
Someone ban this guy.
Hey, chat, can we ban this guy? Can we ban this guy, chat?
Chat. Ban this guy for 15 years?
Chat, he bullied me? Ban him?
Boo-hoo, I'm the player. I'm getting bullied.
Boo-hoo-hoo, I'm the player and my DM bullies me. Boo-hoo-hoo.
Boo-hoo, our friend died.
Oh yeah, I'm jumping on topics. This isn't about episode 33 anymore. This is just a relatable podcast. But I wanted to talk about May's little existence.
Oh yeah?
He's been a never-ending, fascinating character for me, and I hope you guys like him as much as we do. He is just like, he's the most normal, sane person I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
Besides when he's hungry.
Besides when he's hungry.
Because you're not you without a Snickers bar.
You're not you when you're hungry.
You're not you when you're hungry.
And
You
he
become
was,
a feral animal.
May was on
feedmemore.com.
Oh my god. Feast mode activated. Hashtag hungry. Feedmemore.com.
feast mode activated. He always, May, anytime I like get into May's voice, I just think of like a wet, soggy cat.
That makes me think of that fox picture, the one that's like a hum whimper.
Yeah,
That's what I
exa-
think of.
That's exactly what May's character is, just a soggy, sad cat.
And I love him.
And we love him so very much. Because I again, never intended for them to kidnap May. I just, like...
I didn't
wanted...
know it was gonna happen either. I was like, we're doing this? We're recruiting this guy. Okay.
I think Eldorus was insulting him, and then Adric got defensive, and then we just, like, tumbled the bit. And then May ended up joining. When in reality, all I wanted to show is how sad a life it is to work at a place like this. Especially in a fantasy world.
We were so moved. We stole a man.
It was just like, capitalism exists. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Get him out of there.
It wasn't a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It was a slap in the face.
Literally.
That shit's real.
And now we're putting him in even worse situations.
His mental decline is so fascinating to me. His, like, his never, like, at first he started so optimistic, then he heard the word Shadowfell, and then his face dropped.
It was too late for him to turn back.
It was this or jail, and I think right now he prefers jail.
Yeah. Poor guy.
His character arc is only starting though. You already have seen like hints of his bravery showing up.
Yeah.
Him screaming at Aldoris to come back.
Oh, that was such a good moment for him. Him almost swearing at Aldoris.
And then him swearing in a totally nonchalant conversation after.
Yeah.
Slipped right out. Callias was so proud. I hope you guys are enjoying Callias as much as our party is too. Like you as the listener, I hope you guys are. There are some moments of him that are coming up. They are.
He's a guy. He's such a guy.
What a character. Oh wait, no. Okay. Whew. Episode 32 is when you met that fucking Western hick.
Oh yes, yeah.
I was like, if he's gone, I was gonna when I get you. Da Vinci, you are on my last nerve. I'm going to grab you by the neck.
He's not talking about like the guy, by the way.
I am talking about the guy. No. What are you doing here, Da Vinci? I was just about to go Mamma Mia in a different voice. He's not Italian. Is he? Is he Italian?
Isn't he?
Hold up. What is Da Vinci?
Hi guys, if you made it this far, good job.
What is Leonardo da Vinci? Oh, he is Italian. Wow, I know my shit. Yeah.
That's not like an unknown fact.
Yeah, pats on the back for the DM. He knows where Da Vinci's from. Mamma mia.
Yeah, that's what he sounded like.
Yeah, imagine if like Da Vinci was like a 5-inch gnome who just like hobbled around with a paintbrush, and he just went Mamma mia. Molecular.
That's a garden gnome.
Yeah, show me this guy's atomical structure.
Show me this guy's molecules.
Show me this guy's atoms. He'd fit under a microscope.
Show me his nucleus.
Show me his nucleus. Show me this guy's mitochondria right now.
Show me the powerhouse of his cells.
I want to see this guy's powerhouse. Put this guy's powerhouse.
Where's his powerhouse? Where's your
Where's this
powerhouse?
guy's powerhouse?
Show me your powerhouse.
Show me your goddamn powerhouse.
This is spiraled. This is spiraled so bad.
We're not supposed to be here. When are we gonna end this? How long have we been going for?
About 15 minutes. So I'd say we could end it now.
Okay. We finished talking about the episode a while ago.
Like half an hour ago. When we were talking about the episode, I was like, man, we were breezing through this. I turned to my side and I was like, it was like 15 minutes. And I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
I don't need to prolong this any more than I should, but I want to.
And that we did.
There's your content for the week.
I'm so nice to my little listeners. I feed you like birds.
I'm gonna stop before I get any more unhinged. Thank you guys for listening, and
Yeah,
that's the end of whatever the fuck this was.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. We should just start apologizing at the end of every episode.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, bye.
Bye.